and other stuff.
Worked good on Crossfire and Rain Dance, and worked good okay for a little bit on Arcs until it was a little overwhelming. So.
Well, Radiance is a pretty turtly map. As we saw, it's very plotting, very hard to get flag captures on that map. But you guys obviously practiced it a lot. Wood Engineers cannot keep up with you at all.
Yeah, we played that map pretty well so far.
Both teams were doing heavy on flag. Is that pretty standard accepted, do you think, on that map, Rain Dance? Heavy on flag?
Oh, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Because I saw Leech just destroying the red defense with those mortars from behind the hill. So I'm not sure if I agree with the heavy on flag anymore.
I mean, it depends. You just got to adapt, you know?
I feel like they should have really killed Leech before he could do that. Otherwise, the flag stand was just lost every time.
Yep.
That could have been the story of that map. But I want to ask you about Arcs, because you lost that map after being ahead 2-0. What happened?
I honestly don't think we know what happened. I mean, for whatever reason, it just became very chaotic for us, and we definitely let that one get away, and we should have been able to hold on a little bit there. But I honestly don't know what happened. I don't know, Blue and Trism can maybe comment on that.
That was really the only map that was very, very competitive of the three. So I really want to know from Snowdog or Warhawk, anyone who kept up with the comms, what did you guys on Void change during Arcs after you were down 2-0 to make yourself win 5-2? It was 5 unanswered captures for you.
Well, we basically were set up. I mean, it takes a bit to warm up, I guess.
There are
we
teams
just had a startup game plan, and then it just took a while to get into that.
There are definitely teams that you know, they start cold, they don't warm up, and they're not ready to play. Then once they get the groove, they start winning. That could have been you tonight. I saw some amazing stuff out of Trism and who was that? Mike running these really close routes. The last one on Crossfire was really cool. They were so close together. And then obviously a sneaky one where Mike came over very high and Trism stole from underneath them, the red defenders. That was really cool to see. Did you practice that?
Yeah, of course. Props to Mike.
Maybe you don't deserve it.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, we try to make it look nice for the viewers, you know. Of course.
So Blue, tell us about the sponsorship. You've changed your name from Onyx to Epidemic. Epidemic is a StarCraft 2 team, is that right?
Yeah, well, Team Epidemic, that's just the name of the organization, and they have they're already set up with a Dota division and a StarCraft 2 division, and they offered to pick us up for our Team Onyx to come play as under the Team Epidemic name for the TA division. So it's pretty cool, man. The guy that runs everything, Killer Hands, we spoke to him for a while about everything. You know, he kind of told us some things that, you know, expectations and stuff, and how he's trying to grow his brand and everything. And you know, we talked to him about what we could bring to the table as well as what they could bring. And so we found it'd be a good fit for us. So yeah, we're Team Epidemic now.
And the major sponsor there is Deadly Servers. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Deadly Servers. They have Ventrilo and TeamSpeak servers, and they run all that stuff.
Similar news, I have heard rumors that Deadstop is working on getting sponsored, as well as Team Tribehard will hopefully be Team Legion here soon. They're finalizing things right as we speak. They are playing against Tau of Tribe, I heard, in a scrimmage tonight. And tonight at midnight, on one of our tribescast servers, we're going to have Aravella cover Tribehard versus Moot Point for Game Shrine Round 4, I think. And let me see. So yeah, this is the first split match we've seen for the round robin for Game Shrine League. How do you all feel about being a first in history books?
I thought it was a good game, but as a looking forward, man, I hope that point doesn't come back to bite us and everything on that. So it's good that it was a good match. I'm always happy for that, like to have good matches and stuff, and you know, for the audience. But as a a player for Team Epidemic, man, we want all those points we can get going. You know, getting ready with like only 3 weeks left. So
what is your score right now? Do you know?
After that we'll have 8. We'll have 8 after that, and I think, boy, what do you guys have? You guys will have.
We have 7.
7. So yeah.
So if you're 8, you are 1 point behind Icarus and Deadstop, who have 9. They have not played their round 4 match. So if it ends up happening that there are teams that are tied at the end. You're going to be 1 point short of those teams that won all their maps during those matches. We could see some very intense games in Division 2 coming up here in the next 3 rounds. And the rest of this round also. In Division 1, the leader right now is Egocentric, tied with Area 51 Gaming with 9 points apiece. And is it correct that no more triples dropped out?
Yep.
Yeah, they talked to me. They just, their team leader told me like they just didn't have enough guys interested in competition, so they actually dropped out. And so I got that's already adjusted on the site. And then Team Generators actually also dropped out on Division 1 as well. So Division 1 will actually be opened up. It was only 4 teams will make it, so that'll already knock 2 teams out. So Division 1's wide open now with 2 teams going, and I thought no more triples was definitely a threat in that division to take one of those playoff spots. So that's wide open for one of those other teams that may have been at the bottom of that division, and now to kind of step up their game. And you never know what happens when we go into playoffs, man. So definitely looking forward to that.
So neither no triples nor Generator being replaced in Division 1. It's just going to stay 6 teams.
Yeah, it's just gonna stay 6 teams because at this point it'll be just really too hard for a team to come in and have to play roughly 4 games in like a week and stuff. And so the reason Boss got in Division 2, like you see, they're already caught up. Like they talked to us. They played a game that day that we talked to them. They played a game that day, and then they knocked the other 2 out within that week. So they were really wanting to do that and stuff. So we made an exception for them, but. Just as far as it goes down, it's gotten to the point of 4 round. I really just don't see a team, being able to do that.
How did the game with Boss, with you all, go last night?
It went good for Boss. To be honest, we were trying new stuff out. Not to take anything away from Boss, but it was more of a trying stuff out, different strats for us, and then we were also without our main capper Trism, who we rely on a lot being there. So it was good games for Boss, but I don't think that was a real fair assessment of Team Epidemic. But GG's anyway, man. We love playing the game. We'll play anytime. So
yeah, I mean,
GG's the Boss.
No worries about practicing new things in the scrims. It's just a scrimmage, doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, I've been really impressed how Boss has come along. Let's talk about Rain Dance. Rain Dance is the map where Void did not cap at all. What happened, Void? Why could you not cap on Rain Dance?
Offense.
Yeah, mainly offense.
I kept saying that Rain Dance being so big, you have to have a lot of offense in place already to get momentum going. You had a 4-4 split, didn't you? Defense, offense.
Yeah, and I was kind of useless, so I felt like we probably should have switched up early, but we didn't, of course.
Did you not do a 5-3 split at any point in time?
No.
No,
I mean, Hammer, you kind of went to striking, offensive striking, but the problem was even if we could clear the stand, it was pretty much timing issue. We weren't clearing at the right time, and snow would come in. It's such critical timing on that map. So.
Agreed.
That's
Blue
the
Jay,
problem.
did you find that their offense was lacking? Were you also doing a 4-4 split?
Yeah, for the most part we did. Like sometimes we'd have, depending on what we're doing, we may send an extra guy to go help out just a little bit. But for the most part, yeah, just a 4-4 split.
I think it boils down to that hill that Leech was spamming from. Leech had an excellent spam point on that map. No one came out to engage him. He was left unmolested, so he was able to spam the flag with impunity. What?
No one came out to engage him ever?
Well,
Seriously?
I mean, I couldn't say. I didn't watch him 24/7, but definitely I watched him sometimes.
Okay.
Don't tell Bytor that was my job.
Yeah.
Better go to the film for that one.
Well, we watched a lot of the map. We can't watch everything all the time. So when I was looking at Leech, he was not being attacked. But it's very hard, obviously, to know when he's hiding behind that hill. Something more start raining down. You have to make sure you're aware of him before he even gets there as a defender. But yeah, so that was sort of the symbolic moment when I saw Leech attacking without being attacked at all. And that was how Trism got away with the flag. Excellent runs by Trism on that map. He was going so fast. It's a really good map for flag carriers.
Yeah, he outran my strike twice.
Thank you, but I do want to say, man, Warhawk's a beast on that defense. He blocked He blocked me mid-route. I don't know if you guys saw that on Rain Dance, but I was coming in for the back to front, and While I was still like 5 seconds out, he just came up and said, "Nope, not today."
And I'm a little confused about Crossfire because both teams scored, but quickly Epidemic secured their lead and just took the map on a runaway train and won 5-1. So for a few moments I thought it was going to be a close game, but then Epidemic just laid the smackdown and got many captures in a row. Was it the double ghosting flag carriers that stopped you, Void Engineers?
I'd have to say the punting, personally.
Yeah, we're not into this punting thing.
I definitely want to see that
That's
toned
crazy.
down. I want to see it toned down very soon,
No,
hopefully.
I mean, you know, you can't blame the punting. It's a tool that's in the game, and if you don't want to use it, then you know you're not going to be able to take advantage. But don't belittle what they did. They beat us fair and square, and our offense couldn't get the flag home, so they win. I mean, that's what it boils down to. We just couldn't get our shit together on offense.
Yeah, I'm
They did
just
a
saying
great-
that we didn't focus on the punting. I mean, I'm not saying anything about them. I'm just saying we didn't really focus on it. So
No, we didn't.
and that's how that
employ
map
it as
runs
strat.
right now.
That's true.
I think until it's changed, that's going to be a big factor on Crossfire, especially like Sunstar, the maps like that. But yeah. So anyway, good games. Do you got questions for each other before I close this up?
I just wanted to say good game, and you guys did a great job of sniping us when we try to return on Crossfire.
Yeah, perhaps
Really
so.
annoying.
Thank you.
Any shout-outs for anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys practice like learning spam points for your heavy clear?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep.
I think
You
I
have
think
to, yeah.
I think pretty much everybody's got to nowadays.
So definitely a nostalgic moment for us here at Tribescast.
For sure.
If there are no more questions or shout-outs or anything, then
Shout out to Team Epidemic, man. Check out our site, teamepi.com.
teamepi.com.
That's right, EPI, EpiPen.
Have you do have a set roster or are you recruiting?
We got a set roster. We're good. We got our 10 guys.
You heard it here first. So I guess with that said, we will be signing out here at tribescast.com.
Can I do a shout out?
Yeah, you can.
Shout
Go
out
ahead.
real quick. First off, I just want to say everybody sign up for this CSN tournament. Let's get 32 teams going and make a big showing for the first official high-res sponsored tournament. So let's get more teams on there. I think it's like 18 right now. So I want to see a nice showing for that so we can show everybody the competitive nature of Tribes Ascend. And then next thing, I want to say to all the teams out there that's looking for like larger game types, 10 versus 10 plus, like just let me know. Like if I've talked to the other admins over at Game Shrine, if we get 6 teams to commit, then we'll look into getting a league or ladder started for you guys. So I know our team's not really interested in a larger gameplay, but for those that are, definitely let me know and make a post on the forums. If we get 6 guys that can tell me, hey, we got teams right now, we're ready to go, then we can get that started for those looking for larger gameplay.
Yes, definitely. The cyber-sports.net has a Tribes Ascend money tournament, and I'm not sure what the status is on the CGL.com, also a money tournament for Tribes Ascend. And check out the Youngbloods tournament, or the New Bloods, the Tribes New Bloods tournament that's being run by Moot Point. That's going to be a mentoring program with a tournament with new teams to learn and play. That'll be fun. What's it called? The Youngblood? New
I think
Blood?
it's New
New
Bloods.
Bloods.
Yeah,
Bloods.
New Bloods.
And
It's gonna be a good tournament.
that'll be fun. So check all that stuff out. And with that said, I'm Delirium here at tribescast.com with Craig, and thanks to both teams. We are signing off.
User disconnected from your channel.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thanks for
All right.
casting,
games,
man.
guys.
Good games.
Good
Appreciate
game.
it.
Game.